Welcome back to another episode of the show. I'm your host, David Womack. Let's dive right into TV and movie news. In our first bit of news, Dave Chappelle just released a movie trailer for his next comedy special on Netflix. Dave Chappelle, the Dreamer, featuring Morgan Freeman, the Netflix comedy special trailer. Dave Chappelle is back on Netflix with a new comedy special that drops December 31st and features Morgan Freeman. Dave Chappelle, the Dreamer, was filmed in the comic's hometown of Washington, D.C. at the historic Lincoln Theater. What do you dream about? Not the dreams you have in your sleep, the ones you hold in your heart. Morgan Freeman's voice is heard saying in the trailer. Don't be intimidated by the audacity of your dream. Be inspired by it. The Emmy-winning director Stan Lathan returns to direct The Dreamer, having directed all 7 of Dave Chappelle Netflix specials. When I first saw this movie trailer, I was super excited. Dave Chappelle, I've been following him my entire life. Pretty funny comedian. He's always been hilarious everywhere he goes. Sold out shows, And to see this trailer, it blew me away instantly. Dave Chappelle has received 5 Emmy Awards, including 3 for his Netflix comedy specials. Dave Chappelle is a 4-time Grammy winner. Chappelle most recently received his 5th Emmy nomination for What's in a Name. Sounds like all of this is to promote his comedy club he's opening in Ohio. Watch the trailer for Dave Chappelle The Dreamer coming up on Netflix. In our next bit of news, Taraji P. Henson pretty much just fired her entire team. The actor said she'd fired her entire team for not capitalizing on the success of her Empire character. Taraji P. Henson, who has been speaking out about pay disparity in Hollywood, reveals she has fired her entire team for not capitalizing on the success of her hugely popular Cookie character on Empire. Henson starred as Cookie Lyon, a wife of former drug dealer turned hip-hop mogul Lucius Lyon, played by Terrence Howard, on all 6 seasons of the Fox drama. Henson slammed her previous team for not following up on the success of the fan-favorite character in recent interviews with the SAG-AFTRA Foundation, when she was asked what her best business move had been as an actress. Firing everybody for after Cookie, she said. Everybody had to effing go. Where is my deal? Where's my commercial? Cookie was at the top of the fashion game. Where's my endorsement? What did you have to set up for it after this? That's why you all haven't seen me in so long. They had nothing set up. Look up that story. It is insane what's happening within her camp. She feels undervalued and she's not standing for it. And she goes into her previous comments that, she is known for these days. So, Taraji, I'm wishing you guys the best. In our next bit of news, Amazon Studios has decided that they want more of your money. Prime Video ads are coming on January 29th. Amazon announces to its subscribers. Amazon announced in September that ads were on the way to Prime Video entertainment content. Now we have a date. On January 29th, commercials will be introduced to the series and movies airing on the service in the US, UK, Germany, and Canada. That will be followed by France, Italy, Spain, Mexico, Australia later in the year. The move was announced in a letter sent to subscribers that described the addition of what was termed limited advertisements to allow the service to continue investing in compelling content and keep increasing the investment over a long period of time. Now, it's important to know that there won't be ads on content that was purchased or rented. This marks the next step in Amazon's advertising ambitions. The company has spent the past several years mounting a major ad offensive through both live sports as well as ad-supported sibling Prime Video platforms such as Freevee and Twitch. Keep in mind that they will add another ad-free option, but for an additional $2.99 a month. Amazon, I guess they need to get their money too. So, another win for Big Corpa. In our next bit of news, it looks like the Iron Claw film got wrestling fans in an uproar. It seems like wrestling fans love the Iron Claw but hate the way Ric Flair was depicted in the film. While wrestling fans are loving the Iron Claw, they're not too enamored by that casting choice. While the Iron Claw is earning high marks with critics and viewers alike, with an inevitable 8 cinema score rating, wrestling fans who mostly love the film have one issue with it. They don't like the way wrestling legend Ric Flair was depicted, with many saying he came off in cartoonish. Overall, it seems like everybody is pretty much upset with the portrayal of Ric Flair, that he came off too comical. Now, there's all kinds of reactions on Twitter. This one says, this should have been the Iron Claw Ric Flair. Then it goes on and play a meme of a cartoony Ric Flair. But I'm curious to all my wrestling fan viewers out there, what do you guys think about this particular film in that aspect? Do you think Ric Flair was portrayed correctly? Me personally, it was not a movie that I was able to see just yet, but based off of what the critics are saying, Ric Flair may have needed those changes. In our next bit of news, Christopher Nolan pretty much says a ton about Zack Snyder's influence on the superhero genre. And he says a lot. Christopher Nolan is praising Zack Snyder for his influence in the superhero science fiction film genre. The Oppenheimer director served as a producer for Snyder's Man of Steel based on a story that Nolan came up with alongside the Dark Knight trilogy writer David S. Goyer. There's no superhero science fiction film coming out these days where I didn't see some influence of Zack. For my opinion, Christopher Nolan was fangirling over Zack for about an hour in this interview. So if you want to check it out, go ahead and look that up because, Zack Snyder, I love both these directors, and whatever, the internet is trying to do to pin these two, against each other, they're wrong for that. The potential of it to be a fantastical, to be to the height of reality, but to move you and to excite you are some of the quotes that he, pretty much gave Snyder and, sent Snyder off with a bang or a running start, depending on how you see it. Meanwhile, Rebel Moon fans expect an extended version of the Netflix film soon that's produced by Snyder and directed by Snyder. Snyder has a pretty busy slate coming up, and we all want to see that good content. We all want to see the best of Snyder. So all he has to do is give us his best. And Christopher Nolan is acknowledging that, and I think that's pretty huge. In our next bit of news, Han Solo Blaster just pretty much set a new world record. Han Solo from the Star Wars films Blaster officially sets a $1 million world record. As used by Harrison Ford, sold at an auction for over $1 million and set a new Guinness World Record at the same time. Han Solo Blaster from Star Wars has set that record under the most expensive prop gun sold at an auction. The blaster value comes from its rarity, as it was missing since the film finished shooting in 1976 and was recently found in a prop house inventory. Other Star Wars props such as Darth Vader's helmet and lightsaber have also sold for astronomical prices, making them highly coveted collectibles. Han Solo Blaster from Star Wars has officially set that record. Harrison Ford debuted that Han Solo character, and it's just been growing ever since. He was the pilot for Millennium Falcon in 1977 Star Wars A New Hope and returned for the remainder of the original trilogy in 1980's The Empire Strikes Back and 1983's Return of the Jedi. Since he's become one of the most iconic and beloved figures in not only the Star Wars franchise, but also the history of cinema, Han Solo's signature blaster has become equally recognizable and in turn incredibly valuable. Now, Star Wars is a multimedia franchise that started in 1977 by creator George Lucas after the release of Star Wars Episode 4 A New Hope, originally just titled Star Wars. That franchise exploded and it's been growing ever since. For this blaster prop to be sold for over $1 million, that's just wild. And these fanboys love their content. That's all the TV and movie news we have for today. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Let me know you love me. Let me know you care. Also, hit that like button. Let the algorithm know that we're here and we're here to stay. As always, have a great day, everyone.